What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jimmy, aka Defiant, coming at you with my second YouTube video for the channel. And in this one today, I'm going to be throwing up just the average gameplay, nothing special. But I do want to talk to you guys about what this game, Call of Duty, means to me and what I expect to get out of it while playing it. I know this might sound corny to some of you guys, but as this community is growing, a lot of people are finding success in many different ways playing this game, whether it's streaming, whether it's YouTube, whether it's being so good you play for hundreds of thousands of dollars once a year. Whatever it is, a lot of people are finding success through this game, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I started playing Call of Duty when, I was 7 or 8 years old. If you didn't watch my first video, I am 16. My first Call of Duty was the original Call of Duty 4. It was a great game to me. I was a little kid, enjoyed playing it every day when I got home from school. And I was just, your average player. I would get on, play online, play with my buddies, do whatever it was. And this was pretty much me all the way up until last year. Summer of 2016 was when this community was really starting to grow, and I first heard about competitive Call of Duty. And I got into it. It wasn't a very fast start. I didn't instantly, gain any sort of exposure. But I really learned what competitive Call of Duty was, and I really enjoyed it. So today I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about, like I said, the possibilities for me, my goals, whatever it is that, I want to achieve. I just kind of want to talk about it and, let you guys know what's up, so you guys can kind of expect, what to see based off of this video. And, hopefully you guys can give me feedback based on what I am saying. I do have a few options. This year's game, it wasn't the greatest. Obviously, there are a lot of complaints from both sides, and this year made it especially hard with competitive players due to the splitting. By split, I mean Call of Duty 4 being one game that was released and Infinite Warfare being another game that was released. It kind of just makes it hard for people to, gain any sort of exposure, because with some of your more famous players playing, unfortunately playing Modern Warfare Remastered, I'd say probably 60 to 70% of the viewership, unless there's a major event going on for IW, I'd say 60 to 70% of viewership is going towards Modern Warfare Remastered. And for competitive Call of Duty player like myself, it's kind of hard for me to gain any sort of exposure when the game I am playing is receiving, like I said, 30 to 40% of the online viewership. This isn't a stat, I know, it's just kind of an assumption and kind of what I think. But this kind of just relates to me, not relates to me, but brings me to the next topic. Streaming, I have been streaming. I will also throw the link for that in the description. I've been streaming every day. I gained a decent follower base, nothing crazy, nothing special. But that's also why I came here to YouTube, kind of to see what sort of exposure, what sort of, viewership I can gain playing this game. It could be an option for me in the future to stick to YouTube. I could stick to Twitch. I could do both. I could keep playing competitive. I could start doing more of a let's play sort of vibe on the channel, and that kind of just comes back to you guys. I know not many people will be watching this video, but I do hope to see more and more people viewing these videos and giving me feedback on what they'd like to see, because like I said, there's been a few options. It's kind of hard to figure it out as of right now, but I just kind of wanted to talk about, like I said, what I expect from this game and my goals for the future. And for my next topic, I kind of wanted to talk about, because it's kind of a frequently asked question between my stream, Twitter, just kind of everywhere in general, and that's my opinion on IW and MWR. IW released the beta, I forget the exact date. I'd want to say somewhere in October. I think it was October 14th. I loved the beta, I really did. It was really easy to, get salvage and get all the cool weapon variants, and, after a few hours of playing it, I was like, wow, I really enjoy this game. And as you can see on my screen right now, I'm rocking the pink NV4. That's about the only camo I have, and I've played about 5 times as much of this as I did the beta. And I had some of the coolest shit on beta, nasty little rewind play there. But it's kind of just a difficult game in the, I'm thinking of the casual player aspect right now. Salvage is hard to get. the guns just aren't very balanced. I find that if a level 55 is running around with an OSA, it's game over. But this game is not too bad in the pub scene. You know, I do respect it sometimes. I do enjoy playing it. It's been pretty much the gameplay for both of my videos so far. But now, the competitive aspect of it, I do not enjoy it so far. The only reason I do play it competitively is it's the current game. You know, all the events are for this game, so on and so forth. You kind of get what I mean. But it's just not, it doesn't have something. It's missing something. You know, I started playing like competitively back in June, like I said earlier, and I loved Black Ops 3. I played Black Ops 3. I loved Black Ops 3 competitively. I loved it for pubs. I loved it for everything. But competitively, it's missing something. And like I said, the only reason I do play it is because it is the current game, and it offers the variant competitively. You know, and by variant, to some of you who don't know what that means, you know, it's your hard point, your uplink, you know, and that's pretty much it for this year's release. But it's just missing something. Like I said, I don't really know what it is. It just doesn't really fit my my needs, my wants, I guess you could say. But for, you know, as MWR goes, Modern Warfare Remastered, I enjoy the game. Like I said earlier, my very first Call of Duty I played was Call of Duty 4, the original one, and I loved it. I was a 7-year-old kid just loving every minute of that game I played. But the you know, the remastered edition, it is good. It is good. I love it. But I don't think it beats the original. What I do love about it is the opposite of IW. The competitive scene in COD 4 is very good in my opinion. I love the boots on the ground Call of Duty, even though I am a young kid, and most kids my age get affiliated with the term jetpackers. But I am a boots on the ground player by all means, and I love that game. I love it competitively. I loved it for everything, except for the pubs. Public matches on Modern Warfare Remastered were the worst things I have ever played. Just between, I feel like the game was made for bad players. I feel like you could have no skill at all, camp your favorite corner, camp your favorite head glitch all game, and just rack up, you know, a 20-30 kill streak, no problem. That was the only problem I found with Modern Warfare Remastered. But like I said, the competitive scene, which was unfortunately only search and destroy for the most part, was a really good time. I did pretty well on it. You know, I won a lot of games, did a few tourneys, had a success with that. But as for pubs, it pissed me off a lot. You could find me raging hard in Modern Warfare Remastered pubs. But like I said, that's kind of my opinion on the two games. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Whatever you think, I obviously respect that. But like I said, IW just missed a couple things. Modern Warfare Remastered was a great game, great nostalgia. You know, it was used to be a great game. It is a great game now. But I just kind of want to talk about one thing though. The release of supply drops is probably one of the worst things that Call of Duty can do for itself. Not only because it's forcing players to buy, you know, like the salvage, or I don't even know, I think it's called salvage in Modern Warfare Remastered too, but it ruins it in my opinion when you've got kids running around with a shovel or a stupid ass beer bottle that's broken in half, and they're just running around stabbing you with it. I love the idea of new camos, you know, exclusive camos if you do decide to drop, nasty little triple there, if you do decide to drop $100 on the game, getting some sweet exclusive camos by any means, I guess. But I hate the whole idea of, hey, here's my shovel, I'm gonna run around and bother you all game. Because not only does the shovel, you know, annoy me on its own, but then everyone wants to pick it up, everyone wants to go buy that, and you know, then before you know it, it's like Black Ops 3 where 80% of the kids in your public match are going for, you know, their shovel nukes or their axe nukes, and it's just an aspect of the game that really bothers me. But I am running out of things to talk about. This is one of my longer videos. I'm sort of just making videos like this to practice my commentating skills. It's actually kind of difficult, even after streaming for many months. It is a difficult process, and I'm kind of just learning how to edit videos. all of that good stuff. So expect kind of frequent uploads from me in the beginning, because it is pretty easy for me to just record the gameplay and talk over it. You know, the whole idea of it isn't that easy, but the actual process isn't too difficult. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, it was a longer video, but if you do enjoy these videos, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.